Let's move on to our last piece of cringe, Richard Rapoy's passion project. A guy who is married to a woman is becoming a woman and spent $1,400 on women's clothes.
Yeah, and this is from a Reddit post that someone else on Twitter who was a former trans person kind of inserted themselves into the story. And I just love how this went because it hits a lot of the main points of this adult onset trans stuff for men specifically. All right, so the post was posted in My Partner is Trans, the subreddit. So that's your first mistake there. You're only going to get one type of answer, right? Yeah. That's like going into the Milwaukee Tools subreddit and being like, hey, I need a new drill. Should I get DeWalt? They're going to go, no, Milwaukee, dude. Get Milwaukee, right? So I'm just going to read a few of these highlighted portions. The woman starts off by saying, my husband just spent $1,400 on women's clothes. Hey, so we're having a big fight about this. He came out less than a week ago to me and not to anyone else yet, but he plans to, and he's still using he pronouns. But he just ordered $1,400 worth of clothes online. We have a 2-year-old daughter, and I'm 7 months pregnant with our son, and we needed that money. So I'm mad that he's wasting money on this, but he was like saying that this was fine and claimed that the average girl spends $400 a month on clothes. And so this was 3 months worth. And since it was his first time, it's fine. I also feel like he wasn't honest about it before, as he said he wanted to order a couple of things to try out. And I was like, fine. But now he ordered $1,400 worth, which just seems absurdly high. Also, if he was just ordering dresses and actual outfits, I could kind of understand. But he was ordering a lot of underwear and lingerie, which I found really weird. Like, why would you order a bra when you don't even have boobs? Also, sorry if this is too much information, but I walked into our room while he was standing looking at himself in the mirror in his new underwear, and he had a boner, which I found so weird. I don't understand why he would buy this all, and I just can't help but feel like something is wrong about this, and I'm trying to understand, but I feel so mad and need advice on processing this all.
Bricked up in ladies' undies.
$1,400 worth of clothes. It's mostly undies. He's bricked up. She feels like something's wrong, but she can't quite put her finger on it.
Yeah, and he's got her trapped too.
Of course, and it's like you need to lean into that feeling of I feel like something's wrong, but I can't, but I can't put my finger on it. And so this is where this other person comes in on Twitter, Hazel Appleyard. I don't really know much about this person, but it seems like they were a former trans person of some kind, or like almost teetered on it or fell for it themselves. And so this person sent the woman a message and said, hello, your husband has a fetish called autogynephilia. They won't tell you about it on the trans board because it's transphobic. That's why he had a boner while trying on the clothes. And then she goes on to say, it's incredibly common for these men to wait until their partner is trapped with them before they come out about their fetish. It happens so often when the wife is pregnant or just had a baby. I'm so sorry this is happening. I will be fairly blunt. Unless you're willing to go along with whatever he wants and affirm this fetish, your marriage is over. It's a slippery slope. At first, he just wants the clothes. Then he wants you to call yourself a lesbian and call him your wife. Then he wants the kids to call him mom. Then he wants to breastfeed the baby.
Oh, my God.
So this woman just came in like, dude, hey, you're posting in the absolute wrong place. Like, all these people think it's normal to do this, and I'm here to tell you this guy just wants to jerk off really hard in women's underwear.
Yeah.
And so I love that. I thought that was good. And I'm learning things. Like, I'm still learning new things about the trans community in general and the individual actors, right? And someone else on Twitter said, oh my God, why is it always when their wives are pregnant? Is it to try and trap them, or are they triggered by the attention being off of them, or what? And then this original poster said, a bit of everything, narcissistic cocktail of emotions and manipulation.
Yeah, because when the wife's pregnant, 7 months pregnant, she can't really go anywhere. She still relies on you. And now it's like, oh, I'm gay, I'm trans.
What's she going to do? Leave you?
Yeah.
And start calling me Tiffany. And so, there's a couple things. Obviously, he spent $1,400. He didn't care. Boner in the undies, all that stuff. And just in general, the narcissistic part of it. We recently looked at this chart here from PubMed Central, the frequency of personality disorders in patients. And it was a study of transgender patients. The frequency of personality disorders was 81.4%. The most frequent personality disorder was narcissistic personality disorder at 57.1%.
Wow.
So, which leads me to believe that this transgender mania, I know we've said it's different for men and women and whatever, but it's actually a symptom, not a like cause, or maybe that's not the right word for it, but it's like a result of an inefficiency somewhere upstream. And then trans is the downstream result.
Yeah.
Like, I have mental issues, and so I'm trans. I'm really confused, or I have this fetish, and so I'm trans. It's not like I'm trans, and then I also have bipolar.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trans, and I'm also narcissistic. You can't call me out. It's like a result of something upstream is what I'd call it.
And this is over half our military.
Yeah, 85% you said?
85%.
Yeah. But so I love that someone's out there just doing like kind of the warrior work. Like, your husband has a very specific fetish. He will ask your kids to call him mom. Please leave now. I can help you with some resources. So
Wow.
as opposed to the hundreds of people on this, thousands of people on the subreddit who will just say, well, take it slow. You got to tell him. And that's the difference between the fake world and the real world, right? There's the fake world who's like, well, yeah, you know, you're a lady in HR. You got to be nice to him. Let him lean into it. Do this, do that. And it's like,
Yeah, be supportive. Let him figure it out.
exactly. That's the fake world. And the real world is this guy's jerking off to a lot of trans porn and he loves the undies and shit. And it's all about jerking off, you know.
And his brain's fully fried and cooked and wires crossed.
Exactly. So I just thought that was a perfect encapsulation. He's already wasting money while you have kids on the way on his jerking off hobby.
Yeah, bricked up in the undies. That's how it goes. All right, did you like that clip and want to watch the full episode it came from? In the description, you can find that link. Check out the full show. Do you guys already watch the full show and want to support even more? FleckusTalks.com is the way to do that. Sign up for Bonusland. We drop a Bonusland episode after every public episode. Over 4 hours of exclusive content each month. So if you love the clips and you love the show and you believe in our message and want to support us even more, FleckusTalks.com is the website and the link is in the description.